Hi folks. Well, I can already tell now that there'll be some of you guys sitting at home rolling your eyes and tutting at what I'm about to say. I always thought The Clash wrote this song, and how wrong was I? It's a very old tune. It's been around since the mid-50s, late 50s. Written by a chap called Sonny Curtis. Sonny also wrote songs for the Everly Brothers, and for those of you that are old enough to remember the Mary Tyler Moore Show back in the 70s, he wrote the theme tune for that as well. I'll show you the version that I do, which is based on the Clash's version. It's like loosely based because it's an acoustic version that I'm playing. But we'll run through it and then I'll break it down, show you what I'm doing. That's pretty much it. Condensed, but all the parts of it anyway. Just that last little bit was a little bit scrappy, but I'll go through and show you exactly what I was doing. I'll slow it right down. So, doing a lot of sort of muted hits, so I'm kind of hitting the strings with the side of my hand at the same time as strumming, and then playing the upstroke. G, D, A, D. So that first rhythm there stays the same for both parts. Instead of playing the G chord the second time round, you play an A chord instead. And then there's like a pre-chorusy section or a bridge. I'm not quite sure how you would describe it in this setup of the song. So there is no real chorus as such. To a G for that. Back to a D. And then after that section, we kind of go back to the beginning. But this time round, instead of going to the A, we play the riff. That is A, 3rd fret on the low E string, 2nd fret on the low E string, and then finish on a D chord. And then the alternate section for that as well. It's basically going the same chords, so we've got D, G, D again. So normal D chord and then your G chord. I'm playing the high E string and the B string on the 3rd fret and the G string on the 4th fret. Sliding that bar up to the 5th fret. So my high E string is now on the 5th fret. My B string's on the 7th and my G string's on the 7th. So that gives me a D chord. You can play the open D with that as well if you want. If you catch it, doesn't really matter. You'll see if you watch the first part of the video, you'll hear Sonny Curtis has got that open D string rattling the whole way through. And back to the D, and then we come up to 5th fret, barring across the G, B, and high E strings. But we're also going to add the 6th fret on the G string. So one downstroke on that. Slide that shape down 2 frets to the 3rd fret. So we're now G, B and E string on the 3rd fret and the G string on the 4th. Down to the 2nd fret. Now this time we're not adding an extra finger onto the G string. Everything's on the 2nd fret, so G, B and D string on the 2nd fret. And then you can add in the 3rd fret on the B string to bring you back to the D chord. So the reason I keep that bar on there, you might say, well, you don't need the G string held down on the 5th fret up here if you're playing the 6th fret on the G. No, you don't. You're right. But it helps with the movement. So you just slide it down and then take that finger off and you're already in that shape for the last section. Because it's so quick, it just makes it easier to play it that way. Does for me anyway. Obviously you find your own way. Works for me. It's a tune that I really enjoy. I've had a lot of pleasure out of this tune over the years. It always seems to go down well as well whenever you play it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope that was clear enough for you. Good luck, enjoy. Thanks very much for watching.